Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. You know why we're here. Let's do this. Got some scores to do. And I'll be honest, about two of these categories I already think I know who, has what. But most of this was very spontaneous. The World Cup was on and I was kind of watching that. And I just thought to myself, quickly write this out, go in the room afterwards and just do it. I haven't put too much thought into it, like I say. So let's just start with the cowl, as in the sculpt of the Batman Begins cowl. Who do I think done it best? I'll tell you that I think Hot Toys have done the best and most accurate Batman Begins cowl sculpt. And we're not talking about the likeness to Christian Bale here, we're talking about the sculpt of the actual cowl itself. That's what I have chosen. The Hot Toys one. That's the Enterbay, Hot Toys, and NECA. So, we'll mark that off. Hot Toys have won. Right, what's next? Likeness to Bale inside the cowl. Alright, for that one I know who I'm going with. And it's going to be Enterbay. I just think the fact that they got the eyes the right colour, hazel green for Christian Bale instead of Hot Toys doing the brown all the time. Even NECA gave the right eye colour. So that combined with the incredible mouth plates, which are just better expressions all around on the Enterbay mouth plates, I find just better. The sculpt detail, the little, just the pores of the skin, it's all there, it's incredible. I would give the likeness to Bale inside the cowl to Enterbay. So let's go ahead and give Enterbay one there. What's next? Cape. Okay, now this one you won't be expecting probably. Alright. I think the best cape, just for my own personal reasons, is just me. I think the best cape was done by NECA. They're the only company that actually tried to mimic the look of Velvet. It's black as black can be, which is just how the cape should be. It's a really nice length. Not the most incredible spread on the cape. Let me just see if I can hold that up. Actually, no, I take that back. It has actually got a really nice wingspan. Now, I know you can see the stitching when you get really close, but I just think, they tried their best to make the cape come over the shoulders and wrap around the figure, which it kind of does. I just think it looks incredible, and they obviously cared a hell of a lot. They're the only company, like I say, that really managed to get the black, the right kind of black. The Hot Toys cape is the worst of the bunch. The magnets on the cape clips that attach to the body are weak, and whenever I try to reposition the cape, it always comes unattached and I have to put it back again. Just poor design. A nice material. They did do well with the kind of animal-like velvety feel on the outside, and then the satin and a waterproof look on the inside. That is nice, but I do think it is the worst out of the three capes. Enterbay did a fine job. It's just not black enough, and it always reads as this purple colour on film, which is very frustrating. It's not quite as long as I would like it to be, but a fine cape, definitely second place. I mean, they did a really good job. I do like the Enterbay cape, but I'm giving it to NECA. And that's just me being real with you. So there we go. What's next? The suit. Alright. So, not proportions or anything like that, just literally the finish and the look of the suit. Now, some of you may already know damn well which one I'm going to go with here. You can see that the NECA suit is quite shiny. Not as shiny as the Hot Toys version. Then you have just the flat matte finish of the Enterbay suit. So, I'm going to give it to Enterbay. And I'll show you why now with some reference pictures of the Batman Begins suit. Yep, so I'm giving it to Enterbay when it comes to the finish on the suit. Alright, so that's another one for them. Here we go, Enterbay. Articulation. Well, come on. We already know the answer to this. He's already doing it. Articulation goes to NECA. Now that's pretty obvious because he has these kind of joints, which, yes, I know they're not exactly the prettiest things in the world, but it means that you can have your Batman doing something like this and leave him like that long term, never ever ever have to worry about anything. And as you can see, thanks to the cape coming around the way it should, you can cover up those joints and not even see them. And I think he looks just as good, some of you may think even better, right now than how the other two look. Well, he would do because he's actually doing something. The other two are just standing there looking pretty, but yep, I would give Articulation to the NECA figure. And in second place for Articulation, Hot Toys, and in third place, Interbay. So, there's another one for NECA. Alright, where are we? Gauntlets! Aha! Okay, so the Interbay Gauntlets are not as black and shiny as you would like them to be. They are frustratingly soft, and they can get a little bit wonky sometimes, and you have to kind of heat them up and put them back into the right kind of position. I don't like the soft blades. I know it's for safety, but come on, we're adults. These are high-end collectibles for adults. We can handle ourselves. We can handle some sharp gauntlets. They should be, you know, blacker, shinier, and firmer. This is a soft kind of plastic, and I'm just not happy with that when it comes to the gauntlets on a Batman suit. So then we have the Hot Toys gauntlets, which are about the same kind of sheen as the Interbay ones, so they should be more black than this. But I do like how hard the fins are. They are not soft at all, and they're actually quite sharp, which I do like. However, unfortunately, I don't care whether it's movie accurate because Christian Bale needed this like this to be able to get the gauntlets off easier. I just don't want that on my figure. So I would prefer, or at least like someone mentioned, why not just give us a second pair in the box that don't have that breakaway section there, because it's a bit of an eyesore. So I would at least appreciate if they had have given you a second pair as an option without that feature. So I'm actually going to give the gauntlets to NECA because they are as black and as shiny as they need to be. These are soft, but they're not as soft as the Interbay ones, but I don't think they're so soft that they'd ever start to warp and bend. They've always stayed straight for me, but they do look as they should look. So I've got to give it to NECA again. You probably didn't see all that coming, but you know, £100 figure versus high-end collectibles. The gauntlets goes to NECA. What have we got now? Proportions. This is a tricky one. I like things about all of them when it comes to the proportions. The chest is a little bit flat on the Interbay. That's the one thing. His legs sometimes feel a little bit long, even though they don't really look long to me, but sometimes compared to others they can do slightly. The proportions on the Hot Toys Batman are very good, especially in the chest, the shoulders, the stomach, the thighs. I do like the proportions on. This is one of the categories I haven't actually put any thought into or made a decision already, so I'm literally making this decision as I'm filming this now. Whether that's a good thing or a bad thing, I don't know. I think it's better to just, you know, be honest and just do it on the fly, and whatever happens will happens, and the outcome will be what it's going to be. The proportions on the NECA are very good too. Do you know what? It's my video, it's my rules, if there are any. So can I give first place or 2 ticks to 2 different figures? I'm not sure. I want to give both the NECA and the Hot Toys a tick each, because I think they've both done an incredible job, so I might just have to go ahead and do that. Yep. And I guess we'll just count them up at the end. He says, with only one category left to do. Value for money, the final one. NECA gave us some cool accessories. You had the sonar bat summoner, the grapnel gun, a few batarangs. I think you may have even got the little packet with the Joker card in it from the end of the film, possibly. And then maybe little bat bomb things, this little mine bomb thingies, little round doohickeys. It came with them. It came with some interchangeable hands, but that's nothing compared to what these two high-end, you know, Hot Toys and Interbay figures came with. The Hot Toys one brings the Bruce Wayne head as an extra option, a bunch of hands, his grapnel gun, all the little accessories that go onto his belt, some other little bits and pieces gadget wise. You had the Joker card in the pack again from the end of Batman Begins, and that's about it. Hot Toys didn't give you any option to move the eyes on this one, which they did with the 1/4 scale Batman Dark Knight Rises Batman. He is loaded with extras. They gave you everything you'd need from the Dark Knight film and everything you'd need from the Dark Knight Rises with this piece. So it seems like they really got stingy with the Batman Begins version. Almost seems like they just wanted to get it done and out of the way, and not spend too much time developing things, but I could be wrong about that. But why he doesn't have moving eyes is an absolute mystery to me, and a real sort of shame, because it would have enhanced this piece quite a lot. If there's any Batman figure you want the eyes to move from left to right, up and down, it's Batman Begins, because he's the most intimidating looking one. So, value for money, where are we? Yes, value for money. So the Entebbe version came with all his gadgets, his grapnel gun, his all the little bits that stick on his utility belt. Now he also came with 3 Batman heads, all with different eye directions, 3 different changeable mouth plates. Obviously this one came with 3 mouth plates as well, but he also came with the Bruce Wayne head. So this one came with all the accessories you'd want from Batman Begins, and it also gave you the Mangler from the beginning of the Dark Knight. So he kind of came with everything you'd need for this particular suit from the second film as well. So that's 3 Batman heads and 1 Bruce Wayne head as well. So Entebbe gave you the most bang for your buck. So when it comes to value for money, I would definitely give that to Entebbe. So that was an interesting video. So Entebbe. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4 for NECA, 1, 2, 3 for Entebbe, and 1, 2 for Hot Toys. So just to summarize, the best cowl I think Hot Toys did. The best likeness to Bale inside the cowl, I believe that Entebbe did that the best. The best cape, in my personal opinion, just all things considered, I think NECA put a lot of love into that and a lot of thought, and they did very well. God bless you, NECA. The suit I would give to Entebbe because it has the right finish. It should be matte, kind of a charcoal black to contrast against the jet black cape. So I give that to Entebbe. Articulation, obvious one, pretty much has to go to NECA, because you can put it in all kinds of poses and leave it like that and never have to worry about the suit being damaged. The gauntlets went to NECA as well because they're shiny, they're pretty tough, and they look how they should look, which is pretty important. Proportions I gave to NECA and Hot Toys because I really couldn't choose between the two. They both did an incredible job when it came to proportions. Entebbe did very well as well, but it's pretty clear that the other two companies put a little bit more thought into that one. Value for money goes to Entebbe because it comes with a hell of a lot of stuff, which is just littered all around me. All the Entebbe spare heads. That's the Entebbe Bruce Wayne. That's the Hot Toys Bruce Wayne, which I don't know, sometimes that looks really weird. And there's another Entebbe head right there. Incredible likeness to Christian Bale. You really can't mess with that. Okay, so there's your video, guys. More videos coming soon. That doesn't mean you need to run out and, you know, buy the NECA one over these two. Just had to tell you, you know, what I came up with for this little list, the little scores list here. So NECA came out on top, technically. Let me know your thoughts. This should be interesting. Try not to be too harsh. I was just being as honest as I can with you, and that's what I came up with. Thanks for watching, guys. More videos coming real soon. I probably bring you a comparison between this guy and this guy next.